Welcome back to the Home Cringe Show. I'm your host, Katie Shahan, and today we are talking energy conservation. Our user submitted Home Cringe moment is actually myself. I turned on my sprinkler system, and there was a kink in the line, and so that caused a leak in the pipe. And I left them on, and I came back, and my backyard was flooded, and I got this really nice $400 water bill. And I said, okay, I'm done with my sprinklers. So lesson learned from that one. Anytime you're running energy, whether it's your sprinklers or your dishwasher or even your washing machine, just keep an eye on it and be cognizant of an opportunity for water to go where it's not supposed to go. Well, today we are talking with our good friend Mark at Xcel Energy. And Mark is going to chat with us about Home Energy Squad and some of the rebate programs that are offered through Xcel Energy here in the Twin Cities. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Katie. Thank you. I'm very well. And yourself?
Oh, hanging in there. All right. So at the beginning of our show, we always like to do a fast pitch where we put 1 minute on the clock and get to know our guest for the day. So, Mark, are you ready for some questions?
Fire away.
All right. How long have you been on the Xcel Energy team?
36 years.
That's nothing to blink at. What's your favorite fall activity?
My wife and I have a garden, and we like to can. So we're doing a lot of canning recently, and but otherwise, I enjoy hockey. I play hockey year round, so that's my exercise.
Do you prefer LED or incandescent lighting?
Oh, definitely LEDs. In fact, incandescents are actually illegal to manufacture in the United States now. But yeah, LEDs are far more efficient, generate a lot less heat, and last much longer than incandescents.
Do you have any interesting animal or insect stories in your history with Xcel?
With Xcel? Oh, boy. Not that I can think of. I didn't. I wasn't a meter reader who had dog encounters on occasion, but I can't say I do.
I love that. Perfect. All right. So that was our minute of getting to know Mark. And I agree with you about LEDs versus incandescent. Nothing is worse than the summertime and you are cooking and it's already hot in the kitchen and your lights are beating down on you and you say, wow, it is time to upgrade to some LEDs. All right. So the next part of our show is one of my favorites. So we heard about my home cringe moment today. Now we get to hear about Mark. Have your customers experienced the home cringe moment?
Well, I can think of one kind of unique situation where a customer called in and was concerned that he thought his bill was much higher than normal. And of course, we get those calls on occasion. And, it was in the winter and so you certainly wasn't running air conditioning or things like that. But we did our normal checks, check the meter, check some other things, and all of our equipment was fine. And a month later, the customer calls back and apologizes to me and saying, yeah, I went out to my shed to do some work and he left the space heater on. So the space heater was running in his shed for 4 to 6 weeks before he went back out there to figure it out.
So he had a similar moment to mine where we leave something going and where you definitely, quote, pay for it later.
You certainly had green grass for a time there.
Yes, I did. But I wasn't heating the neighborhood like your guy was.
Right. Well, it was just a shed, but still must have been a nice shed.
All right. So let's get into the good stuff. So I'm a big fan on saving money. And so Xcel has some rebate programs. And I'm also a big fan on conserving energy, even bigger. So tell us a little bit about the Home Energy Squad and what you guys do at Xcel.
So the Home Energy Squad really helps homeowners understand their electrical usage in their home. Customers can sign up for this service at xcelenergy.com. They can call our customer service number at 800-895-4999. And we have, our team will explain the program to them. Income qualified customers may qualify for a free audit, but we will send out a energy audit professional. They'll install some LED light bulbs, likely a energy efficient shower head, and things like that. Give you tips on insulation, maybe do some window caulking and things like. Give you all kinds of tips and help you understand where your energy use is coming from and steps you can take to minimize it.
Wow, so they actually do work on your quote work on your house during their auditing process.
They do. They will actually make changes. And of course, if the homeowner wouldn't want one or more of those, they wouldn't do them. But they could certainly leave the light bulbs with them. And but sometimes if it's an older homeowner, maybe they just want us to put the light bulb in for them. But obviously not too difficult. But yeah, we're happy to help customers and give them a real comprehensive look to understand, where those big energy users are in the house and how they can change those appliances to operate more efficiently.
Great. And then even the caulking, that sounds like every time as a real estate agent, whenever there's an inspection, usually some type of caulking comes up. So that's really cool that you guys provide that service as well. I mean, obviously, it's not the whole house they're going to do work on. They're just doing it in specific areas.
Right. And then, customers can take a more comprehensive approach and they can do what's called a blower door study. So this is where they install a large fan and create a large negative air pressure in the house. And they can go around with what's called a little smoke gun leaks. And customers can, they help them give an idea of where they are seeing, leaks and how to seal those up.
Oh, very interesting. How long does an audit or something like the blower install take? Is that like a all day thing or a couple hours?
Oh, I would think a couple hours. Definitely not an all day thing.
Very cool. So they can just call that phone number that you mentioned. What was that phone number again?
800-895-4999, or of course at xcelenergy.com.
That's so cool. So we've talked a little bit about the home energy audit, and then I can also do things like if I have older windows or I need to add insulation to my attic or my walls. You guys, is there like a rebate program for those?
Yes, and the Home Energy Squad auditor would be able to help you with that. So there could be some programs that help customers add insulation, especially income qualified customers. But yeah, those are options they can tell you. If older homes may not, we certainly didn't insulate homes years ago like we do today. And your attic, it may show if somebody goes into the attic and see you don't have adequate insulation, you can certainly add insulation and there may be a rebate for that. Correct.
Very cool. All right. And then my last question to you as we're getting close on time here is you guys have a call before you dig program, correct?
We do. Well, and that's actually more of a nationwide or a state program. So yes, and safety is paramount. So anytime you're going to dig in your yard, whether it's a tree, you're going to put in a fire pit, sprinkler system, it doesn't matter. This is a free service. You call 211, I can't even think of 511, I think it is. No, that's the roads. I don't even know. You call before you dig. You go for state one call. And I don't have the number in front of me, but yes, you call. This is a free service and they will mark all utilities in your yard. So if natural gas, if you have buried electric lines, cable TV, telephone, things like that, all of those will get marked. It's a free service. It's the right thing to do. You just need to call 48 hours in advance and those lines will get marked in the area that you're digging and you can make sure you perform your work safely.
So here's a random question. I am checking out at the grocery store or the do-it-yourself store, and I see these landscaping lights, and I'm like, that looks really cool. I want to install landscaping lights, and all I have to do is put this little peg down 3 or 4 inches into my lawn. Do I need to also call for something like that?
You should definitely call. It's actually a state law. Yep. Always err on the side of caution, and safety is paramount. And you wouldn't want to interrupt your internet service if you happen to damage your communication line. And how would people watch your show if we cut the cable?
That's a good answer. I love that. All right. And then tell me one more. You guys also have a program that you guys are working with to convert away from fossil fuels. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
So, we are the leading energy transition utility in the country. We were the first country utility in the country to announce a 100% carbon-free vision by 2050. We are retiring coal plants. We're adding renewables, energy storage projects, all while we're making this to decarbonize our fleet. And, beyond energy, we certainly believe in strengthening our communities. We give back to the places that we live, work, and play, and whether we're offering economic development support or simply volunteering to help customers in need. We just completed our annual Day of Service project last week, 2 weeks ago. And across all 8 states, we did hundreds of thousands of volunteers across all 8 states doing a variety of projects in our community. So very proud of the work we do.
Definitely. And I'm proud that we have a utility in Minneapolis that's serving us and invested in our future too.
And
all
we're right there.
Well,
we're not
thanks.
waiting for the future to happen. We're creating it.
I love that. All right. Thanks, Mark, for being on our show. And coming up after we hear from our sponsors is insulation. So we are going to have a home service pro on that talks about how to insulate, and maybe you can qualify for some of these great rebates.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks again, Mark.